Play-Off Qualifiers in the Basketball Champions League. And we are here for the matchup between Maccabi Rand Media and MHP RIESEN Ludwigsburg from Germany. These two teams are two of the 24 teams that advanced to this playoff stage. They are two of the 16 teams which are currently batting it out in the first edition of the playoffs in this first ever season of the Basketball Champions League. These two teams will face off home and away to see who will advance into playoff round 2. We do know that the winner of this battle, of this two-way tie, will face off against Neptunus from Klaipėda in Lithuania, the runners-up in Group C. They are the team that have automatically qualified forward. But right now, Maccabi Rand Media at home in the first game will face off against their German opponents tonight, MHP RIESEN Ludwigsburg, in Game 1. There we see the Leg 1 scores that we have had so far. Ventspils, Aris and Avator Saratov getting the victories so far. The Aris win by a sizable margin over Strasbourg, who will have it all to do going back to France. And then at the bottom, the Juventus Utena versus Ike game. And then the four other games that will be taking place tonight. There is our game second on the list, Maccabi Rand Media versus Ludwigsburg, as the other German team, Fraport, go to Pinar Kashiaka, Partizan on the road to Pauk as well. So these two teams, of course, both battled through the regular season. Ludwigsburg, the German team we see here in the grey uniforms, finished in 4th place in Group E. They finished with an 8-win and 6-loss record. But this is a team which, throughout the regular season, played a number of close games. They lost 6 games. 5 of those losses came by 4 points or less. As we will see their lineup there today, watch out for a couple of explosive players, none more so than Takao Cotton, the number 3, and then on the inside, big Jack Cooley, a man with a vast amount of experience despite his 26 years of age. This is a team that likes to get up and down the floor. They like to play an up-tempo game, and they will force turnovers if Maccabi Rand Media are not prepared for that pressure. On the other side, the team from Israel then, they came out of Group B. It was a 5th place finish for them. They were one of the 5th place qualifiers into the playoff round. They finished with a 7-win and 7-loss record. As we take a look at their lineup, their leading scorer coming in is the number 23, Javon McRae, a man who spent a year in Germany just a short time ago, the 2014-15 season, as he played with Bayreuth, a team which coincidentally defeated MHP RIESEN Ludwigsburg this weekend in the German Bundesliga. So Maccabi Rand Media, they made the playoff, as we said, thanks to that 5th place position. They have come in the Basketball Champions League, winning 4 of their last 5. They really did turn a corner, really, in the regular season, in the group stages. So we will see the Ludwigsburg team there preparing to come out. Their man in charge, Coach David Patrick. We'll see what he can do, of course, on the road in the first game. The idea of, if you are unable to win the game, is to head back to Germany with a smaller deficit as possible. So the Ludwigsburg team comes in and struggled in recent weeks in the German Bundesliga. Yet to win. They didn't win a game in January, having lost 4 of their last 5 since December the 18th. It's been a disappointing spell for them. There is big Jack Cooley, though. He is a man who will have something to prove here today. He's had a fine regular season. He had that spurt, an incredible period for him during the regular season, Jack Cooley, in which he was one of the top performers in the entire Champions League. And he will be a force to try and stop on the inside. Cooley often comes off the bench, but make no mistakes, he's a fine player, a man who had 31 points and at one stage over 2-game spell went 23 for 24 from the field. On the other side then, Maccabi Rand Media, or Maccabi Rishon as they're also known, come into this game and back of some spotty form in the Israeli league. They've lost 4 of their last 6 in that particular domestic league for them. But we said they didn't really start to get going in the BCL. They currently sit in 7th place, 9 wins and 9 losses in the winner league in Israel, which as so often is being dominated by Maccabi Tel Aviv. And for this Maccabi team, we'll be looking to the inside presence of Javon McRae. His matchup, there he is, against Jack Cooley on the inside may be key, but of course, outside of him, they've got great guard scoring from Patrick Richard, 13 points per game. And then Avram Ben Shemuel, the point guard, who averages 9 points per game as well for his team. So an experienced lineup for Maccabi Rand Media. A couple of veteran heads. Charles Thomas, the 31-year-old vet, will play the number 21 as he takes up that inside duo alongside Javon McRae. It'll be an interesting battle to see the distinct styles, especially the way Ludwigsburg play. Unorthodox, really, in European basketball. They get up the floor, they press a lot, really try and be the aggressor. As we see our 3 officials in charge of today's game. Eddie Vitor there, blowing the 3 minutes. Manuel Mazzoni and Arturo Sukis. 3 men in charge of today. Eddie Vitor in the middle, the French official. Has been around taking his place at a number of big tournaments. And so, it is, of course, the playoff round. As said, this is a 2-leg affair. The aggregate score of these 2 games will determine the winner, which will go on to play Neptunus Klaipeda. As we see the starting lineup for Ludwigsburg: Hammonds, McRae, Cotton, Martin, and Tiemann on the inside. So Martin is an undersized power forward, really does spread the floor. And young Jonas Tiemann really is an intriguing prospect for John Patrick there, the head coach of his team. Patrick, we know, will come out, try and fire his team up. We'll look to get out in the open floor, but what has he got drawn up for stopping that inside combo? Here is Drew Dawson, averages 7 points per game. As we see the Maccabi Rand Media team going through the final stages of their warm-up. So that is starting 5 will be Richard, Waynes, Dawson, McRae, and Elshid Kadir on the inside. So it will be off the bench for Charles Thomas, who's their 2nd leading scorer. And watch out for that backcourt combination. And Richard, so Arif Shavek, a man known throughout just Israeli basketball, but world basketball really, for you know, the history, the career that he has had. A young man who is known for developing younger talent, former head coach of the Israeli national team. He's had a vast experience, Shavek. He's coached in, of course, in Israel, but also in Holland, Belgium. He had a 5-year spell in charge of the national team between 2009 and 2014. So Maccabi Rishon, or Maccabi Rand Media, with their man in charge, come into this game. He said they've been struggling a little in domestic play, but they came off a fine year last year in which they won their first ever Israeli championships, defeating Maccabi Tel Aviv and Hapoel Jerusalem on their way to the title. There is the players from Ludwigsburg on their way out onto the floor. As we see Coach Shevek. So Maccabi won that league title last year despite a 6th place finish in the league. They rolled through the rest of the competition to win the playoffs and then therefore take up their spot here in the Basketball Champions League this inaugural season. As we are set to get underway in the playoff stage, the first time into the playoffs for this brand new competition. So players are out onto the floor then. Maccabi Rand Media in their white uniforms. And MHP RIESEN Ludwigsburg in the grey. One of 3 games tipping off at the same time. It is Eddie Vitor to throw it up. And we are set to get underway here. Playoff round 1 is up and running for Maccabi Rand Media, who take the first possession. Ludwigsburg in their man-to-man defense. It's Maccabi. Richon wait through Sean Dawson, and now they run the wing pick and roll back into the hands of Dawson. He comes off the screen, tries to attack into the lane. Challenged, but knocks it down. Tough-looking shot from Dawson. And he gets it to fall. And Richon get their first lead of the game. So Hammonds. Now it is McRae on the dribble. Trying to find some room, backs it out. The defense switching, so Martin to Tiemann. Tiemann, double team was coming his way, goes back to Martin. His 3, a little off the lefty. So he has the ability to spread the floor. Great athlete though, Martin. As in the other way, Martin nearly gets a rejection, but the score is good at the ring. Great pass. And it's Kadir that gets the finish at the ring. So a solid start for Richon here at home. Important. They'll want to try and get a biggest margin as possible for this first game. Kadir picks up his first foul. A little shake of the head from him. Look at this. Dawson. Great bounce pass. Put it on the money. Kadir running the floor right down the middle. Martin again, the jump shot. Doesn't go. And Kadir has been everywhere so far. They kick ahead. Dawson senses a little open room here. Will go to the inside of McRae. McRae against Tiemann. Spins and is fouled. So Tiemann thought he had position. He wasn't up straight. And that matchup in the inside really is going to be key. Which Patrick looks on. Tiemann's out there to start with. Cooley will come in shortly. He won't stay on the bench for long. But Javon McRae, 14.4 points per game, 7.4 rebounds per game as well. There are the players on the bench for Ludwigsburg. So this man at the line has only failed to reach double figures 3 times in the regular season. There's the 14 games. There are 3 double-doubles in that time as well. He said he does know Germany. He does know the German teams, having spent that 2014-15 season in the German BBL, the Bundesliga. Oh, a solid start for Maccabi. A 6-0 lead for them here, just a minute and a half into the game. Hammonds off the screen, finds Martin. Martin puts it on the floor, gets all the way, and finishes it. Great recognition, Ludwigsburg. You know, they'd settled for a couple of jump shots early. That time, Martin put it on the floor and forced the defense to stop him. They weren't able. So he gets the 2. First points, and this is the pressure. First time we've seen it. They're going to use Kadir to bring it up. He nearly loses it. Eventually, able to get it over to Timo, but foul is called. No, violation. Waynes. Oh, offensive foul. His penetration. Whistle again. This foul is going to go against Richard. So Patrick Richard. As the applause comes out. The coach is working those sidelines, pair of them. First substitution. You see Rocky Trice come in. Spaces the floor. Here he is. No, Martin goes the other way into the hands of Hammonds. Now, Tiemann, catch and finish. Great play from him. And pressure again. Foul will be called. Now, we knew the pressure was going to come from Ludwigsburg. This is the feed from Hammonds. Tiemann just turns, finishes. Haven't been able to get too much from it so far. And another foul. Again, violation against Ludwigsburg. Another substitution. Cody Topper. Chad Topper will come in. Excuse me. Apologies to his brother, Cody. He's now out there on the floor. It is Chad. 3 fouls apiece already in this one. Referee's trying to get control as Waynes converses it now into the hands of Kadir. Kadir looking for options. That flex action on the far side, and he's going to be whistled for a travel. Didn't have a pass. He looks around, frustrated with his teammates. So the pressure defense of Ludwigsburg starting to get them back into this game. See the turnovers there. Topper, 3-point threat, catches, squares up. Goes back to Hammonds, now Topper, high. Go to Tiemann, a lot of room for him, he backs it down, the double team. Goes the wrong way, corner 3, Topper, we said that's why he's out there, the X Factor. Chad Topper's spotting up on the outside, and now he's going to come with the pressure again. Maccabi Rishon break it with Kadir, who throws the pass, the rejection from Tiemann, and they'll come the other way. Ludwigsburg in transition. Cotton kicks it. Open look. The 3 doesn't go for Trice, but what a rejection. As now Richard reverses it around to Kadir. Kadir's handoff just manages to reach Dawson. He's going to take his time. They've still got 12 on the clock, but he turns it over. Trice with the quick hands. And Ludwigsburg capitalise here. They go, Tiemann down the middle, rolls it home for 2. Trice with a beautiful little no-look bounce pass. And this tempo working for Ludwigsburg right now. Is they going to get another steal? Hammonds tips it away from behind. Cotton dances with it. Finds Tiemann just, kicks it out. The 3 for Hammonds is good. That is Ludwigsburg basketball right there. Cliff Hammonds knocking down the 3. This pressure defense working for them. Trice guarding the ball. Malik Waynes gives it over to Sean Dawson. And now Dawson trying to find some room off the screen. Kadir turns. Too strong. Great box out from Tiemann. Keeping McRae off the glass. Topper for another one. That's what he does. And Chad Topper, the X Factor off the bench, has helped his team jump out to a big lead here. First quarter action. Maccabi Rishon being loose with the ball. And MHP Ludwigsburg taking advantage.
Hey, don't forget the elevator screen, yo. Okay. 3 ימים אנחנו מסבירים שהוא לא מחטיא. עומד פה שחקן, עומד הוא לבד בפינה, אתה לוקח את השחקן בווינג, הולכים בטרנזישן, אתה עוד פעם נותן לו מרחק, אתה אומר לי, מה הוא יכול לעשות? הוא יכול לקלוע. זה מה שהוא יכול. אבי, בד. Hey, we go for one. On defense when they run the 2 series of the one side. Going in here. They're looking for that 4 guy to help out. Kadir, I'm not worried about Kadir scoring down here. You can really help out. You know, last time they throw him like that. Yeah, so you guys really jumped the ball. Offense, fist down, muscle. Yep, fist down.
So Coach Shavak with it all to do. His team, we knew coming into this one, Ludwigsburg, as they've shown throughout the regular season, will force the tempo. They rely on turnovers. and pushing the ball in transition. It's the style that Coach Patrick has them playing. Here it comes again. And Maccabi Rand Media have to absorb this pressure. They're going to rotate. As in for the first time comes Adi Ben Chamoil. There he is with the ball, the number 11. See if they can control the tempo a little bit better, get it into the hands of McRae on the inside. Then Chamoil kicks it. Dawson kind of looked around, thought about the shot too much. Big Jack Cooley is in. And he just gives a different dimension on the inside for Ludwigsburg. And a quick turnover. Numbers. Then Chamoil pushes. Takes the extra dribble and finishes at the ring. Heady play from him in no hurry. Now he'll pick up, try and slow down Cliff Hammonds. There's Topper off those 2 threes. Gives it back. Cooley trying to look high-low here. Can't get it. So Drew Crawford, another fresh man in. Goes to Cooley, cuts. Crawford glides in, can't finish, but a foul is called against Malik Waynes. This is the finish at the other end, just a stop and go from Avi Ben Chamoil. His first points as for the first time, you see Charles Thomas into the game. He will replace Javon McRae. McRae, poor body language as he goes out. He's a frustrated man, you can see it. He started off brightly, got himself to the line, but just hasn't seen the ball. First is good. Crawford. Won't hit the second. Thomas grabs the rebound. Comes down the floor as a foul will be called. This one's Bradlow Sink. These substitutions from Ludwigsburg, they just come in and out. And you do shuttle players back and forth. There is Jack Cooley, former Notre Dame University man. Ben Chamoil then breaking the pressure, looks towards his coach, wants to know what to run here with 16 on the clock. They get into the hands of Dawson. He's got some room. They'll kick it now. The open 3. In and out, though. And going the other way. Here's Bradlow Sink. Topper again. Comes out, but he's going to get 3 shots. Topper. That's because he's already hit the 2. Defense so worried about him and his 3-point threat. Kadir rushes out, but too much attention. Got to say credit to Ludwigsburg for getting it to the hot hand. It was Brad Losik that time that found the man. So substitutions. Then Zamonson comes in, Kadir goes out. Topper. Start to playoff action for Cody Topper. Chad Topper averages 9 points per game. He's already got now 8 here. He's only played 4 minutes. And Chad Topper knocks down all 3. So he only scores in 3s, it looks like, as he moves himself to 9. Pressure again. Broken this time. The push. Patrick kicks it ahead. Hesitation, though, from Zamanson. Have to now run a set. Ben Chamoil turns the corner, lays it up. 4 points for him off the bench. He's a big scorer, really. 9 points, a 6'4" guard. And look at that, just the single turnover from Maccabi Rand Media. Ludwigsburg doing a great job sharing the ball. The screen, they're kicking to Losink. Corner shot is up. Doesn't go for Crawford. A foul is called. Cooley in and around the ring, causing problems. Crawford missed everything, but it turned into a pass, really. So Cooley will be at the line. You said Chad Cooley had a period in this regular season where he was simply unstoppable. Martin Brunig comes in for the first time. There he is. He had a 2-game spell, back-to-back games. He had 20 against Zornoki. He had 31 against Spiru. But across those 2 games, he went an incredible 23 of 24 from the field. He averaged 7.5 rebounds as well during that 2-game spell. Just everything he threw up, everything he shot the basket went. As he makes the second and the lead to double figures. 20 plays 10 here. Dawson helping out against the pressure. Will bring it down as Crawford guards him. Dawson calls the set. Wants the attention. Will then flip it over into the hands of Thomas. Now hesitation. Ben Chamoyle finds the man in the corner. Good feed from him. Another missed 3. Now Ben Chamoyle wants the screen. Here comes. He looks to the inside. Zarmunson against the smaller Brad Losink, and he's going to turn it over. That's kind of summed up the offense from Maccabi Rand Media so far. They did the right thing. They got it into the hands of Zarmunson, but just lost the ball. Committed yet another turnover for his team. Fifth turnover against Maccabi Rand Media then. Thought about coming with a double team, but Losing does a good job. Breaks the pressure and reverses the ball through Cooley. Cooley can find a quick pass, but now he'll roll to the basket. Good first step. Oh, help defense comes across, but a foul has been called. Drew Crawford on the penetration, get himself to the line again. There's Zarmunson. He's whistled for not being straight up. You see in the background, having left the floor, Sean Dawson. Looks like he was on some sort of bike over there in the corner. Stand in shape. Crawford makes his first. 3 points for him. Yeah, there he is on the bike. He's trying to stay loose. Sean Dawson. Crawford makes them both. So the lead stretching even more now. Patrick fakes the handoff, brings it over himself. Patrick Richard. And now Ben Chamoyle trying to direct traffic. He has got to do it himself, gets the step, can he finish? No, great challenge from Brunig, and then Cooley snatches in the rebound. They'll give it to Trice, now into the hands of Losing. Brunig wants it on the low post. Now he'll lift, receive it here. He'll slip to the ring. They're looking for him, but they can't get him a touch. Good defense from Maccabi Rand Media. Now they've got to shut off Cooley. But Cooley is going to commit the violation. Shuffle the feet. Also for the travel. Losing goes out. See Kadir up, cheering his team on in the background there. As Ben Chamoyle gets it, reverses it, and now there'll be Patrick Richard into the corner. There's no space, so they've got to bring it out. Thomas now, Richard back to Thomas, kicks it, the open 3. Anushi knocks it down. Anohi gets his first points. Great play from him. Excuse me, that was Ben Chamoyle. The assist to Hanohi. He's now playing defense as Cooley kicks it. Wide open look. Hammonds, way long from him though. Airballs it. Cooley with the rebound. 1 second on the shot clock, and he is fouled. So the airball 3, the second time we've seen it work for Ludwigsburg. First time they picked up the offensive rebound, they got fouled, went to the line, and the same thing has just happened again. As the substitutions once more roll in to Cal Cotton and Chad Toppert come back. the line is Cooley. 13.5 points, 6.7 rebounds per game on the season. And he's short from him on the first. You can almost see the pressure being lined up by Ludwigsburg after this three throw. Cooley misses. Thomas grabs in the rebound. And now Ben Chimoyo brings it down. Thomas squares up. Double team comes. He finds the open man. Zalmanson can't get it, but look at Thomas there to tip it home. Great play from Charles Thomas then. Hammonds backs it out. Didn't have the room, he's in no hurry here. The shot clock off. Final 12 seconds of the first quarter. Ludwigsburg holding, waiting for this final possession. They're going to come off the first screen for Topper. They'll space the floor now. Hammonds, the runner. No, tried to pass. Cooley fires it, but can't get it to fall as the buzzer sounds. That should not take away from what has been a great first quarter, though. MHP RIESEN Ludwigsburg on the road have a 7-point lead, 22-15 over Maccabi Rand Media at the first interval here in Israel.
Make a switch, okay? Like Thomas playing the three, right? And he goes, he can go to the front,
Screen, come and meet the ball. Come and meet the ball there, and then go to work and get space. And look.
So quick look into the timeouts of the two coaches. Discussing some of those tactical changes that need to be made. We see some of the highlights. It started off well for Rishon. They opened up a 6-0 lead, but then that substitution of Chad Toppert coming in off the bench just changed the game. He hit a couple of threes. The pressure starting to tell for Ludwigsburg as they picked up steals and run them in for easy points. They've only been given 2 steals on the 5 Maccabi Rand Media turnovers. It felt like a lot more than that. There's the second three of Topper. He added 3 foul shots as well as they opened up a 12-point lead at one stage, Ludwigsburg. Luckily for Maccabi Rand Media, they made a little bit of a comeback at the end of that first quarter. That man, Avi Ben Chimoyo, really did help coming in. That was his first 2, and there's another 2 as well. Reading the defense as he leads the way with 7 for his team. Ben Chimoyo, the number 11. Topper, the high man for Ludwigsburg with 9. So second quarter underway. At the point guard spot is Cliff Hammonds. As Cooley finds himself wide open and finishes it. Great look from Tikel Kodem to get him free. Cooley adds 2 more. 5 points for him. And Chimoyo starts at the point. Goes into the hands of Richard. Now, Zalmanson can't finish though. Cooley kicks ahead. Good play from Crawford to avoid the charge. Finds Cotton. His pass was looking for Hammonds, but Dawson took it away. Now Cooley, 2 feet in the paint. This is dangerous, but he's going to travel. So it's dangerous to let Jack Cooley catch it that deep. Luckily, not really, not luckily, I'll give him some credit, Zalmanson. You watch him pull the chair. Really moves out of the way of Cooley, who thinks there's going to be contact. And that's what causes him to travel. He expected the contact to come. As they'll pass over the top, Ben Chimoyo. 2 against 1. Finds the man, McRae, to finish. McRae back out onto the floor. He gets a quick score. And they need to get him touches on the inside. Hammonds trying to find the open man. Great takeaway from Richard. He'll push now, crosses over, glides in! The score for Patrick Richard. And it's going to cause a quick timeout for Ludwigsburg. Look at this, the crossover. And then the elevation to glide past Topper for the 2. That's the Maccabi Rand Media team we saw win 4 of their last 5 games in the Basketball Champions League regular season.
Hey, the hockey pass is open. The hockey pass is open. We got to keep number 11 in front of us. We're letting number 11 get behind us every time. Okay, keep him in front of us, push him to the left, and load up. We're fine.
Transition.
Yep. JT, we're running L for Tekel again.
And we make this, Charles, after the in-down, Charles is here, a guard is here, and Javon now is here. So you make a screen.
The ball on this side. What's this?
Javon.
Regular one.
Yeah, regular one. You screen and you go. You screen.
So that score from Richard has caused the timeout. His first points of the game. The lead been cut to 5, at one stage as high as 12 for the German team. Bring it in from the end line and come out with a 5. Now on the floor of Hammonds to Kel Cotton, Jonas Tiemann, Chad Topper and David McRae. Tiemann challenged but finishes at the ring. And Maccabi out there in the same backcourt with Anucci and Benchamoyle. And then Patrick Richard here with the ball. We'll want the screen from McRae. He rolls. McRae and Thomas for the first time playing together. They isolate. Now Benchamoyle, 4 seconds on the clock, pulls up. Can't get it to go. McRae grabs in the rebound to Kel Cotton. Topper for 3. Another one! Chad Topper has come out on fire. He's 3 of 3 from beyond the land of plenty. And he has 12 points here for his team. On the 3 threes, and then those foul shots as well, as he's fouled, shooting another one. In response, Anucci knocks it down. His first 3. Gave him credit for one before as Tiemann rolls it home over the top of Richard. Looked like he was going to load up. The highlight finish. I knew it was more important to just put the ball home. Ludwigsburg offense really rolled in. The offensive foul is going to be called. It's against Thomas. Didn't quite have position. I think that's a good call from the official. Thomas just wasn't in position quick enough. Here we see Hammonds with the feed. Tiemann pulled it back. Comes up grimacing. Look at that. Sure he's okay. No movement from the bench. No movement. He can't continue. So just got a quick issue. Vitor just having a look. Oh, they're trying to check if this is a 2 or a 3, I think, and they're going to have a tough time. The official right on top of it signaled it as a 3. 2 of them did straight away. Signaled the 3. That's a better angle, but that is very close indeed. That is the previous shot from Nitzan Hanuhi. So it is a 3-pointer. The tour signals and confirms that. 31 plays 22 here. 7 minutes, 25 seconds left. Second quarter. Topper sets the screen. Rolls wide open. Another one. Best look of the game for Topper. Couldn't get it to go. And going the other way. Maccabi Rand into the hands of Richard. Patrick Richard spaces the floor. Crosses over. Goes to McRae. McRae stumbles and his whistle for the travel. McRae just forced the action a little. I think he's frustrated. When was the last time we saw him on the block with the ball? He hasn't had the opportunity. The way this game is going, the up and down tempo doesn't suit his strengths. Topper reverses. McRae. Back into the hands of Osing. Looking for Topper every time now. Tiemann picks, rolls, has his hands ready, but they're going to turn it over. Benchamoyle again. His pass. He'll get it back. And they're going to just give possession away nearly. It's just a terrible execution in transition from Maccabi Rand Media. Ben Chamoil has played so well. Just got to do a better job with numbers in transition. The pass he gave to Anohi, it just wasn't good enough. And we'll bring it in. Substitutions have seen Sean Dawson come back in as a foul is called. Richard frustrated he couldn't get the shot to fall. So at the line it will be Patrick Richard. Just 2 points for him on the game. Averages 12.9 points per game, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, 1.5 steals as well. Really is a man that stuffs that stat sheet, contributes in so many ways. Started quietly here though. Two from the line. Will that get him going? He's going to sub out. High five as he returns to the bench. So Anohi picking up alongside Ben Chamoil. Think about coming a trap, but Hammond's under control. Make sure he doesn't put himself in a dangerous spot. Tiemann will roll. Hammond's the little floating shot, doesn't go. McRae pulls in the rebound, is kicked out of his hands by Tiemann. So if you're Maccabi RIESEN now, they're going to look to go to the inside for me. Get McRae a touch. Excuse me. Yeah, Javon McRae. Get him a touch in and around the basket. Kelvin Martin's back on the floor. First, so they have to beat this pressure. Benchmore against David McRae. And now, foul is going to be called. McRae being held away from the ball. It's not team fouls yet. So this sideline possession, Ben Chamoil will bring it in. Cotton goes out. Another substitution for Ludwigsburg. Hanuhi to the inside. There's McRae. That's why they got to get him a touch. Straight away, makes things happen. Credit to the entry pass for Hanuhi. Watch this one. Good timing. And Tiemann could do nothing about it. He says he's straight up. But David McRae, a handful in and around the basket. So McRae, 4 points. Make it 5 now. He's only taken 1 shot on the game. Cooley looks on. Surely he'll want a chance to go against McRae on the inside. The rebounding numbers. As he makes 2 for 2. And another substitution. Rocky Trice in. McRae goes out. Cliff Hammonds. Martin reverse it around. There is Trice. Not a lefties out there. There's one of them. Martin kicks it. The open 3. Doesn't go for Crawford, but Martin, great job in chasing it down, and then he is fouled by Nimrod Levy. Lead back into 5. They've done a good job to battle back into this one, Maccabi RIESEN. They're going to play 2-3 zone now. Interesting, not loads of shooters out there for Ludwigsburg without Topper on the floor. Trice. Tiemann wants it. Trice is going to pull up and knocks it down with 1 on the clock. So Trice trying to go to the inside, get into the hands of Jonas Tiemann. He couldn't. So he stepped up. There's the other way. A little sneaky cut behind the defense. Avi Ben Chamoil with the 2. remains the leading scorer for his team. He's got 9 now, 2-3 his own again. This time they look like they've switched into man-to-man. Martin powers his way up, can't finish. Fight for the rebound. And it is Levy that gets to it first. Chance to cut into this lead even more. They see the numbers. Both teams shooting it well from the field. Levy puts it on the floor, spins, and finishes. Beautiful move from Nimrod Levy. And they're within 3 points now. Rishon really finding their groove in this second quarter. 4-0 run for them, and then the rejection. McRae gets it. Rishon have numbers here, 5 against 4. Can they find the open man? They can't, so they'll have to go in the half court to McRae. McRae spins, steadies himself, can't finish. Tiemann did a good job just holding his ground. And now Hammonds gets into the lane and is fouled. McRae still frustrated about the call on the other end. He thought he was fouled. Got to be careful here to leave the officials alone. This is Levy. Look at that move, the spin, fading to the baseline. Beautiful work from him. It's the way to introduce yourself to the game, isn't it? First points. So from the end line, he'll come in. Trice brings it in for Ludwigsburg. Cooley's back on the floor now. Crawford. Hammonds for 3. This is everything. Third air ball we've seen. For the third time, Ludwigsburg got the offensive rebound. Hammonds will go to the inside. Cooley doing what he does. 1 second on the clock. Jack Cooley turns, fires, and finds the bottom of the net. 5 points personal now for him. Ben Chimoy hesitates, is in the lane, kicks it. Levy for 3. Can't knock it down, an offensive foul. He's only going to fire Javon McRae up even more. So Charles Thomas will have to come back in. McRae picks up his second. Like a zone again for Maccabi Rishon. I don't know where Topper is. They brought him out on the floor. He could be a zone buster. Shad Topper. Hammond to Topper. Now Cooley. Again, turns, fires. Doesn't get it as Ben Chimoy will look to push. Levy steadies his feet. Too strong from him, though. And Ludwigsburg will push. This is the tempo they like. Hammonds to Cooley. Beautiful pass from Cliff Hammond. Cooley is the man who gets the plaudits. He'll get the score. But all the work done by Cliff Hammonds. Ludwigsburg get the lead back to 7. Back and forth game here. Foul is called. Remember, just a second ago, Rishon had got it back to 30-33. Thought they had a chance to even go into the half with the lead, but then a 4-0 burst from Ludwigsburg has seen them open it to 7 yet again. Patrick Richard back in for Maccabi Rand Media. And Chamal is going to take a breather. Thomas. Foul. This time it will be against Topper. He just mowed down the screen from Thomas. Will be 2 shots. But we're going to have a sort the floor out first. Coach Patrick just talking through a few things with Cliff Hammonds. Coach Shabek. course, brings it in to Hammonds. Take their time here. No hurry. Another whistle. Away from the ball yet again. And this time it's against Maccabi Rishon and Sean Dawson. The referee's trying to keep control. Ludwigsburg committed 5 fouls. Rishon 4 now. So any fouls from this point on in the game will be 2 free throws. Toppert continues his strong game. 13 points for him now. Now 14. Get ready to pick up the pressure. We have a sub, but first you have to wait while Abby Ben-Shemuel sorts his shoes out, ties the lace, and now he'll be out there on the floor. Richard takes the inbound, goes to Ben-Shemuel, who's guarded by Trice. Topper missed just 1 shot on the game. That was a 3. He has made 3 of them though. Richard kicks it. Ben-Shemuel takes the tough pull up, too strong. Foul is going to be on the rebound. With Manson pushing the back, I'd have thought. There's Kadir speaking it through with Charles Thomas. It looks like he's the man who picked up the foul. The line. Idan Zalmanson. Zalmanson makes the first. First point for him. So we have 2. The team shooting it pretty well from the line. Maccabi Rand Media yet to miss. There's Hammonds. Find Cooley. Cooley's fronted. Defense doing a very good job. Shot clock down to 8 now. Trice. Pulls up, takes the jumper, doesn't hit it. Oh, good tip from Richard. Into the hands of Zalmanson. Now, come the other way. Ben-Shemuel off a quick screen. Oh, good feed. Zalmanson can't finish, but it's a goaltend. So violation against the defense here. Have a timeout because this back and forth game has once again seen the lead that Ludwigsburg had be closed up once more.
Every time we need a hedge and we need to load up. We gotta load up. We're guarding guys on the other side of the court. They're cutting to the basket and dumping it off. Look, okay, 1:20 here. If they switch, let's not settle for step backs. Attack them. Jack, you gotta be strong in there and want the ball. Okay.
We say that we X. If we want to X, the foreman has to tell the guard, hey, right, left, right, left. He has to tell him that the screen is coming. Okay. Now, offensively again, let's run the regular one, yeah, and go to the one-man side on the spacing. Okay. You got on one side, you got Pat and Canopy. Okay. Let's go.
Cooley, I'm fronting you, so put pressure on the ball.
Let's go. Sure.
.120 left then. Hammonds collects it on the inbound. Maccabi Rishon just retreat into the half court. Let's see where they're going to look to go here at Ludwigsburg. Think about going to Cooley. Just got to be careful trying to wrap up that arm. Zalmanson. Now come and screen. Hammonds finds him, but Cooley loses it. It was tipped out of his hands, so stay with Ludwigsburg. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Hammond's a good pass, but look at the hands of Richard there. Wasn't even in the play when the pass came. Excellent recovery. Martin Bruning's going to come in for the final minute. Cooley goes out, so they go smaller here. Toppert trying to find some room. Bruning has it. 4 on the clock. He's going to have to go one-on-one. Spins, stumbles, has to travel. Both teams, it feels like they're turning over a lot. The statistics don't really show that. It's the 6th turnover of the game for Ludwigsburg. You see, just 13 turnovers on the game, which isn't a huge amount. Feels like we've had a lot, though, just from watching the flow of the game. Dawson playing off that high screen. Tough pass from him and he's stolen away. So there is a turnover to add to the collection. Trice crosses over, dances, pulls up. That's his game, isn't it? Rocky Trice pulls up. He's only played 1 game in the Basketball Champions League. He scored double figures, 11 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist in that one. He's got 4 here on those 2 sort of mid-range jump shots. Ben Chamoyle pulls up on the elbow. Can't get it to go. We're going to stay here. Foul against Martin Bruning. The throw of the hands above his head signals that he didn't like the call. Sal Manson. Had good production. 5 points now. He's only played 6.5 minutes. He's done well for them off the bench. And this one, which you can't hit, he's not far from his average. 6.9 a game, so less than 10 to go. Trice will isolate here. 5 seconds. Try and get the final score. Loses his man. Hangs in the lane. Can't finish. Trice got a clean look, but it didn't drop. And we expected a close game. Ludwigsburg seemed to specialise in them in the Basketball Champions League. But here at the half, they are the team on top, 41-37. So the lead hit double digits for the German team. It was 12 in the first quarter, but they just haven't been able to shake Maccabi Rand Media. And we know that Ludwigsburg, remember, if you weren't with us before the game, I said they lost 6 games in the regular season, 5 of them by 4 points or less. And they do like a close game. There are the statistics. Great shooting from Ludwigsburg, 40% from the three-point line. A lot of that was the combination of, or the impact of Chad Toppert. Rebounding Bertels quite close. The turnovers, 8-6. Both teams have kind of had them in bunches. Led to runs for the other team. Richon started the game 6-0, but then a couple of turnovers really just gave Ludwigsburg the opportunity to get back into this one. So, as we'd really expect, this is what playoff basketball in the BCL is all about. A tight game at the half. Remember, this is leg 1 of a 2-game series, home and away for each team, to see who will make it through to the round of 16, where they will face off the winner against Neptunus, the Group C runner-up. So we're going to take a short break here from Richon Lazare. Make sure you join us for second half action to see, will it be Maccabi Rand Media who come from behind to take the lead at the end of the first leg, or will it be MHP RIESEN Ludwigsburg who head back to Germany with an advantage? Welcome back then. We are here in Israel. It is the playoff stage of the Basketball Champions League. It is playoff round 1, first leg. As MHP RIESEN Ludwigsburg from Germany are on the road here. And they have come in to Rishon LeZion and taken a halftime lead, 41-37 over the hometown Maccabi Rand Media team. And remember, this is a 2-leg game. The winner will go on to face Neptunus in the playoff round 2. There are the top scorers on either team. For Ludwigsburg, the man at the top there, Chad Topper, was a game changer. His introduction just really did change the game. It was a 6-0 start for Maccabi Rand Media. At the beginning of the game, Topper came in. He's gone 3 of 4 from the field, all 3-point shots, and he's 5 of 5 from the line as well for his 14 points. He hasn't contributed much else. 0 rebounds, assists, turnovers, and steals. But you know what he does, spaces the floor, really either points on the board or gives room for the other players to operate. And Ludwigsburg have this distinctive style: force turnovers, press up the floor, try and make it a fast-paced game. Really did have success. He built up a 12-point lead at one stage in the end of the first quarter, going into the second period. But you've got to say, they'll be disappointed probably, the fact that they only lead by 4, sorry. They lost the second quarter 22-19. And every timeout that we went into for Coach Patrick, he talked about the threat of the number 11 of Maccabi Rand Media. Avi Ben Chamoyel has come off the bench. A backup point guard, really. And he's played 15 minutes though, 4 of 8 from the field. He's got 9 points, 3 assists. And considering he only averages 9 points and 5 assists, you can see why he's had such great production. And even with starman Javon McRae being kept to 6 points on 1 of 2 shooting. His team are very much in this game. The fast-paced tempo hasn't really suited McRae on the inside. The man who's only failed to reach double figures 3 times on the season. And he's going to have to go some in the second half to make sure he keeps that streak alive. Well, we're nearly ready to get underway for the second half. It is a 2-legged round, remember. So these two teams will go back to Germany for the second game. But first of all, we have the second 20 minutes here, which is underway. Malik Waynes brings it down, playing his first Basketball Champions League game. And now into the hands of Dawson. A foul is whistled away from the ball, and it's against Kelvin Martin, who has not had a happy game so far. You see the smile on his face. Martin. Quick whistle. Seen a lot of fouls away from the ball. Referees making sure they keep control. As now, again, it is Waynes into the lane. Another whistle. David McRae this time picks up the foul. Maccabi Rishon fans starting to find their voice. 2 quick fouls against Ludwigsburg. Sees it out of bounds here. Waynes brings it in, and he turns it over. Quick hands from Tekel Cotton. He knocked it back against the man who inbounded, Malik Waynes, who couldn't move his foot out the way in time. And so another turnover. Possession for Ludwigsburg. They're out there. Hammonds, Cotton, McRae, Martin, and Tiemann on the floor. Here is Cotton to McRae. McRae's 3 doesn't go. Thomas just manages to save it, but only to McRae, who is fouled. And in the first 30 seconds, we've already had 3 fouls in this second half. Maccabi Rand Media Rishon out there. Waynes, Dawson, Ben Chamoyel, Thomas, and McRae. It was Thomas, I think, that picked up that foul. And David McRae at the line, looking for his first point of the game. Still looking for it as the ball bounces all around before coming out. Coach Shevek takes it over with his staff. McRae steadies himself. That one, nothing but string from him. His first point. Ludwigsburg back up to a 5-point lead now. Waynes Goes it to Benchamoyle. First time we've seen this combo together, I believe. Kind of two-guard lineup of Waynes and Benchamoyle. So he'll come off the screen once and then twice. McRae's rolling. Benchamoyle got deep in the lane though. Fades. Can't hit it. It just goes so slowly. You kind of don't realise how close to the ring he is sometimes. Avi Benchamoyle. As Hammonds waits, comes off the screen. Tiemann sets his feet, loses it. They got numbers here. Rieshon, Benchamoyle. Good pass. Thomas can't finish, but it's a goaltend against Jonas Tiemann. So Kadir looks on. Could find. Thomas did a good job running in transition. So Thomas and McRae. We talked about the inside battle before the game. Those two versus Tiemann and Cooley. They haven't had the influence we would have expected. As Tiemann kicks it out. Cotton can't hit. And Tiemann's there for the rebound. He just waits for some space. McRae holding his ground. It can't be moved. Tiemann gets it back again against McRae. This time, though, it's going to be a foul. McRae just pushed a little too much there. And unfortunately for Rieshon, the shot clock was down to 3 seconds. So we'll come in from the end line. Tiemann again against McRae. McRae holds his ground, fight for the rebound. Waynes gets it and he'll push it. Got some open floor. And a foul is called against David McRae as Malik Waynes just went right at him in transition. McRae looks towards the official, gives him a clarification on why he called the foul. Got the thumbs up from McRae. Dawson then will bring it in. Oh, it's another turnover. It's already 2 turnovers on inbound passes from the sideline for Maccabi Rishon here. Dawson trying to find McRae, just went straight out of bounds. So Trice has come back on. No, on the floor now. Tiemann rolls. Trice spaces. It goes to Martin. And now on that far side, Cotton finding Martin. Martin elevates. What a finish from him. Defense switched. And Martin, despite not being the tallest power forward in the world, just has great elevation. Waynes, his 3 doesn't go. I think Wayne's still searching for his first points. McRae's little running hook doesn't go. Tiemann grabs in the rebound. Ludwigsburg will come the other way with Trice. Rocky Trice to Cotton. Now Tiemann. Couple of fakes and he will go to the line. Foul. I think it's going to be against Thomas. No, it's against McRae. McRae has not been a happy man tonight. Leaves the floor shaking his head. Doesn't like a couple of calls he's got, and that's his 4th foul. He's going to have to sit for a long time, and so Kadir will have to have a lot of responsibility on his shoulders. He's a national team member, a former MVP. Sheikh Kadir of the Israeli Super League back in 2010. Years of age now. Here comes the pressures. Tiemann makes the free throw to lead to 6. Great shooting from Rieshon at the line. And Chamoil waiting. Floor is spread. So Charles Thomas will come set that screen. Too much attention from Tiemann. Foul. Referees have earned their checks tonight. They had to call a lot. Tiemann just the arms out. Doesn't let Thomas go back door. So more substitutions on the inside. There's Cooley back out there. Tiemann to the bench. Benchamoyle crosses over. He's got some room here. He'll just pull it out, though. Now, hangs in the air. Oh, finds a pass somehow to Thomas, who couldn't finish. Topper on this near side. Isn't needed as Cotton glides in. Can't get it to fall. Going the other way. Dawson. Gives it over to Waynes. Waynes brings it to the wing and looks inside. He'll try and isolate against Topper. Waynes into the paint and scores. So heady play from Malik Waynes. He had the man on the inside in Thomas, but waved him away because he knew he could beat Topper off the dribble. And back within 4 again. Topper now, his advantage at this end of the floor. Hammonds gets it back. Comes off the screen. Cooley rolls wide open and finishes. So Thomas was caught on the screen. Got knocked to the floor. It gave the advantage to Ludwigsburg, which they were able to capitalise on. A spinning drive. Dawson can't finish. Fight for the rebound. And a foul. And Hammonds grabs it in. Is that against Thomas? He wants to go out. The thing is, Thomas is going to have to go a long period because of that foul trouble against Javon McRae. He has gone out. McRae's out as well. So where will they go on the inside without that combo? See, Avi Benchamoyle sits down as well. And then Zalmanson on the inside. He's played well in that first half. Zalmanson is guarding Cooley on the low post now. Ludwigsburg go away from him to Low Sink now. Cooley will screen. 5 on the clock. Low Sink pulls up. Tough shot. Too strong. Great rebound. Excellent work from Drew Crawford on the glass. Trice trying to find some room. Low Sink's going to have to do it again. No. Throws the high-low pass and a foul. Racking up against this inside combination of players for Maccabi Rand Media. Thomas has 3, he's out. McRae has 4, he's out. And now Zalmanson's going to pick up the foul as well. So that is his 3rd foul as well. Or is that his 2nd? Yeah, that's his 3rd foul. Every player on the inside, really. He's got problems for Maccabi Rand Media. Kadir has 2 himself. That's why he went out so early in the game. And we hardly saw him after starting. Cooley made the 1st, adds the 2nd. And Nohi comes in. Out goes Dawson. Nohi and Benchamoyle were on the floor when the team got back into the game in that second half. See if he can have a similar effect. This time he's out there with Patrick Richard in the backcourt. And Waynes. Kadir pulls his way to the ring and gets the finish. So that's why Kadir had a different dimension. El Sheikh Kadir, 4 points for him. Foul trouble in the first half hampered him though. Trice gives it back to Low Sink. He'll come off the screen. Top at the pick and pop. The man's chasing him. Falls to the floor because he's fouled again, shooting a 3. 2nd time we've seen Chad Topper foul shooting the 3-point attempt. This is the score the other way. Kadir puts it on the floor and uses his size and strength to finish over Topper, but then the other way, Topper uses that versatility, the perimeter-based skill set he's got. Kadir chasing him around on the 3-point line. Needed the help, and the help came in the form of a foul. So at the line will be Topper. He's 5 of 5 on the game here tonight. Topper, 14 points. We have 2 men in double figures for Ludwigsburg as Cooley has reached 11. So fouls on Malik Waynes. You see the production of Topper. Way over his average. And remains perfect from the line. Goes out of bounds. Thought it was going to be a turnover. Trice did a good job getting hands on it. And him and Patrick Richard have a couple of words. The call from the referee. Ben Chamoyle's going to come back in. Nick Waynes goes out. Ben Chamoyle will help out against this pressure. And use Kadir to handle it in the first half. This time, though, they go into the hands of Hnodi. And now Ben Chamoyle. Kadir screens and rolls. Here he gets it. Kadir can't finish, but it's because he's fouled. So they've gone to him. He's got some fresh legs, Kadir. Don't have to sit so long for that in that first half. And he'll be at the line. Smiles on both the face of Eddie Vitor and Arif Shavek. Discussing, I think, what was probably a request for a goaltender as Kadir went to the line. Kadir enjoyed a great time on the national team with Coach Shavek, so no surprise to see them now working together at club level. In Eurobasket 2011 and 13 pair combined for Israel. As Losink goes all the way, in for two. Losink, I don't often see him be that aggressive off the drive, but he saw the space and adds 2 points. Then Chamoyle out of bounds, turns it over, and gives the ball back to Ludwigsburg. Watch this. Losink just sees the space, goes all the way. That's where, not only offensively, but defensively, Maccabi Rishon missed that combo of Thomas and McRae, or both on the floor. With all due respect, Kadir and Zalmanson don't really protect the ring defensively as well as that combo do. So Losink just puts on the floor, recognises there's no real shot blocker out there, no rim protector, gets the two, and then they'll cause another turnover. So the lead hits double digits. It hasn't been there in a long time. Cotton waits, there's space to the floor now. Losink skips it. And now the penetration from Crawford. Toppert for three, not Toppert, Cotton for three, doesn't get it. Richard grabs in the rebound. And he's got no one with him, so he's got to wait. Richard tried to push it, turned around, because he recognised it was him on his own with four defenders back from Ludwigsburg. Cotton trying to get the steal, call for the foul. Because of team fouls, Richard will go to the line. We said first half, Richard is able to fill the stat sheet. Hasn't been that type of game for him so far, though. 4 points, 1 assist, 2 rebounds. Orange-shirted fans bearing the club colours of Maccabi Rishon. Look on. There's the numbers. 13 points on the season for Richard. 6 rebounds and 5 assists as well. All way below his average in those numbers. And he does hit the free throw. Makes it a 9-point game now. Cotton takes it to the wing. Cooley well guarded by Zalmanson. Losink will pull up and take the three. Can't hit it. 5 for the rebound. Good position from Zalmanson on the inside. And now Richard crosses over. Gets into the lane. Goes to the reverse. That's what he can do. Patrick Richard sees a bit of open floor. And it's a very difficult move. And now he gets to 7. If he can have more influence on this game, which he's going to need to, without McRae and Charles Thomas on the floor. The drive, well cut off. Crawford got caught in the air. And Kadir did an excellent job just to get his body in front. Crawford feels he was hit in the face. This is the other way, where Richard crosses over. And shows the athleticism to finish on the far side of the ring. So we've got a timeout here. Yet again, Maccabi Rand Media can give it a little momentum. as we see the turnovers and
guys,
points from the bench.
We're getting sealed down there. They're getting easy layups. We have to jump to the ball. We got to jump to the ball. Don't reach. Good footwork.
אתה רוצה את זה בצד השני? אוקיי, אבי, you start here. שון, בת, אוקיי, אוקיי. Salman Stone. Pin down to Sean. Hand off. Okay. This is Sean and Avi. Okay. But you go here. Elisha said a good screen, but the screen is like this.
Just
not like this.
don't let them go under.
Okay.
Pressure once again, Ludwigsburg. Don't get the steal on the inbound. Benjamin then will bring it down. 31-year-old, taking his time, using all that experience he has. They'll throw the lob, but an offensive foul. Kadir just couldn't quite get there in time. The timing not quite right. He shakes his head. Just watch though, he's still moving. He doesn't get position. And really, the disappointment for Maccabi Rishon is that Kadir didn't need to set that good a screen. He still was going to be able to get his man open. It was Dawson going backdoor on the lob. As now Cooley kicks it, open three for Crawford, knocks it down. And there is the 10-point lead once more. So turnovers have continued to plague Maccabi Rishon in this game. Crawford hits his first three. Kadir. There it is again. Another one. 13 now on the game. Kadir just not on the same page. He's running the handoff. Dawson's cutting back door. No sink. In no hurry here. We hit 2 minutes to go, third quarter. Remember, points difference is important. The double team comes, Cooley foul, trying to kick it out. Points difference is important, so, you know, Ludwigsburg will be in no hurry to push anything here. If they can take this game with a 10-point advantage, I think they will be delighted going back to Germany. But we know Rishon can recover, as they have done throughout this game. Thomas is going to come in. Kadir goes out. After those back-to-back turnovers for Kadir. He's got three. Just everybody, really. It's one of three players that have three turnovers. Alongside Malik Waynes and Dawson, Sean Dawson. Maccabi Rand Media. Cooley then, who quietly in a very impressive game, moves him to 13 points on the two makes. 5 rebounds as well for him. Richard to Dawson. Dawson throws the pass to Thomas. Catch and shoot for three. Doesn't go. Bounces kindly for Cotton. And now Losing. He's playing some important minutes to the point guard spot. Gets it back. Comes off the screen from Martin. A mistake from Cotton. So his foot on the sideline there. Both teams have been scrappy. And I think that's what their coaches are going to say. Is we're going to have a timeout here. 1:27 remains, third quarter. A disappointing spell from both teams. But Ludwigsburg have a 12-point lead, 59-47.
We run again the face down. We run again the face down. And we go for this side pick and roll. We get good shots. And look at Zali too, by the way. On the side pick and roll, look at him. Okay?
Hey,
now, if you pass the ball like you passed to Charles, I told Charles, penetrate, we get 2 shots easy. easy 2 shots. Okay?
So,
Let's go.
might want to look at the high-low, and if you don't have it, fake it and drive on him, okay? Because you got Charles Thomas, lots of space. So try it again. Hey, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We got a 12-point lead. If they set the back screens, look to switch. You three can switch with Thomas, okay? Expect long down screens and going out. Here we go.
It'll be possession for RIESEN then. Looks like sounds like they'll run that same play. Look out for the backdoor cut, the flare, and the lob pass for Dawson. Here comes Dawson. He'll hand it off. He'll get it back on this near side, puts it on the floor, loses his man. Great pass. Zalmanson can't finish though. He comes up short on a really good look. Cotton holds it and waits as we hit 1 minute to go. Ludwigsburg, 12-point lead. They're taking their time, trying to use Cooley on the inside. He's going to be called for the offensive foul. Cooley steps in, tried to get position. Zalmanson is trying his hardest to keep him out of the lane. The foul is called against Big Chat Cooley. Zalmanson goes out, and that is not a good sign. He's a frustrated man. He is hurting, and just the bodies are running out on the inside for Maccabi RIESEN. Remember, they've got foul problems with both McRae and Thomas. Thomas is out there now, and Kadir as well, really. So Coach Shavek is going to have to come up with something very clever indeed. In the fourth quarter, Cooley goes out as well as both teams match up, going smaller for this final minute. Here is Benchmore, crosses over. Oh, flips it inside. Thomas fouled, can't get the score. So we'll have to earn these 2 from the line. Play from Thomas. There's the awareness, takes the foul. I mean, he'll be happy to get to the line. And I think Ludwigsburg are probably happy to foul him. Make sure he didn't get the 2. Thomas is a decent free throw shooter, 2 of 2 on the game. Get 3. He steadies himself. And he makes the second, 8 points for him. Thomas played professionally in Europe for 8 years. Former Arkansas Razorback. In the US as Avi Benchmore goes out. Offensive and defensive substitutions. Losig comes down. Guarded by Dawson. Gets it into the corner. Trap's coming. Losig just manages to get it away from Trice. As Trice puts it on the floor here. Gets into the lane. Is fouled before the shots. Well, before the shot, but because of team fouls, I mean, he will get 2 at the line anyway. No, out of bounds. Out of bounds violation, my mistake. Substitutions come back in for RIESEN Benchmore, in for his offense. We have 25 seconds here. Will they hold for the final shot? Or will they try and go quickly? Never really seem to do much at speed, Maccabi RIESEN, so they hold and wait. Benchmore, the leading scorer for his team, 9 points personal, holds the ball. We get to 7 on the clock. Now, he crosses over, kicks it out. Waynes with the 3, comes up short, the rebound for Trice, but he won't have time to get it away. So, Maccabi Rand Media holding on here. They scored just 10 points. 12 points in that fourth quarter. They trail 59-49 going into the fourth period, and they've got fouls racking up for their inside players. Work to do for them. And Ludwigsburg surely have thoughts of a sizable lead heading back to Germany for the second leg. Here's the shooting percentages. Just 2 of 10 from beyond the three-point line for Maccabi RIESEN. But for me, the key to the game is on the third set of graphics that we'll see. Rebounding, assists, both in favor of Ludwigsburg, but not by a great margin. The difference is right here. 13 turnovers for Maccabi RIESEN. 11 now for Ludwigsburg, to be fair. But RIESEN just seem to have them in such bunches that it opens up the game for Ludwigsburg, because they can turn them into easy points and scores. These are the highlights. Third quarter was a big one for MHP RIESEN Ludwigsburg. They took it 18-12. Really did just slow down the offense for Maccabi Rand Media. Just a kind of similar game to the, or similar quarter to the first. As we see Zamonson on that bike. Hopefully that means his leg is okay. He went out limping. Here are the quarter-by-quarter scores, the breakdown. You can see, though, that second quarter for Maccabi was one that got them back in the game. Can they do the same here in the fourth? A good start for them. As Ben Chamoil has caused havoc here and created a turnover. How many? I think that's the fourth or perhaps fifth time in this game between the two teams they've failed to get the ball in bounds safely. Something you don't see very often for teams of this level, teams of the ability that they have. As plays like that can be a real shift of momentum, give some energy to your team. And Shamor stepping up, not really known for his defense, more an offensive force. He has got an extra possession for his team here. Gets it back, pulls Waynes through, gets him the ball. Waynes in a lot of space, runs the pick and pop with Charles Thomas, but the pass out of bounds. All that work for nothing. Waynes' pass just too quick for Thomas, who is still kind of turning to face, still rolling. And now Cliff Hammonds gives it up against two defenders. Trice draws the foul. That's Dawson. Trice. He said he'd only played one game on the season. Scored 11 in that one. And that was against Ike. This was a mid-season replacement. Came in for West Washburn. And now the beautiful footwork of Tiemann. Great play from him, Jonas Tiemann, and what production. We talked about the inside battle. Tiemann and Jack Cooley definitely on the top. Tiemann, with that score, moves to 11. And Chamoil draws the foul. And if you have a look, just on pure scoring alone, Tiemann with 11, Cooley with 12, so they've got 23 between the two of them. Thomas and McRae have just 14. And that is a fine display of low post footwork from Jonas Tiemann. Anuhi trying to find someone open against the pressure. Just manages to get it to Dawson. 3 on the clock though. Thomas pulls up. Comes up short. Great defense from Ludwigsburg. RIESEN just didn't get anything out of that. 24 seconds. Cotton. No, sorry, Trice. Looking to the inside. Tiemann has the mismatch. Can they get it to him? Topper puts it on the floor. Offensive foul. Well, I credited the defense of Ludwigsburg And you've got to credit the defense of Rishon there because, you know, they did what they were supposed to. It's the first time we've seen them make Cody Topper put the ball on the floor. An excellent job for Thomas to get in front. He's playing with those 3 fouls, sacrifices his body. And a bang on the head as well to draw that charge. Again, we've seen the effort plays. Will it lead to anything for Maccabi Rishon? Out goes Dawson. Back in comes Waynes. Goes Kelvin Martin will replace Topper. Clean the floor. No, still work to be done. Players resorted to do it themselves. Nitzan Hanohi is designated towel man. Cleans it all off and we're ready to get underway. 8:39 left in this one. Low scoring game. Malik Waynes brings it down, closely guarded by Cliff Hammonds. Goes to Hanohi. And now Ben Shamoil in the corner. Will get into the lane, glides in. Oh, and the putback from Thomas. Great work from Thomas as Ben Shamoil took all the attention, didn't he? His slice penetration, watch it. Comes off the screen. 1, 2, 3 defenders challenge him. And that leaves Thomas there to put it home. That's what dribble penetration can do. Maccabi Rand Media break the man down, get into lane. Cooley's back in. The lead to 10. Trice gets it back, finds the man, and the finish is good from Drew Crawford. That's how you beat pressure. Trice gave it up, continued his cut, and then makes the nice pass to Crawford, who moves to 8. And jumps out now on defense. A jump switch from him. Waynes calls the play. Blasts past his man, kicks it, but an offensive foul. Is that Tekel Cotton? Yes, it is. Stepping in. No, it's Martin, sorry. Cotton's not even on the floor. Waynes believes that the man was in that circle, in that charge circle. We'll have the benefit of a replay, I'm sure. So the 4th foul against Waynes. And this is the roll of the dice from Rishon then. They know how important a time this is. They're going to get out Ben Shamoil to get a little breather. See if they can get him some rest before Waynes perhaps fouls out. He's out there with a 4. As the fight for the rebound is won by Cooley. Richard nearly tips it away. Cooley finishes and gets the foul as well. Cooley fired up, look at that. Jack Cooley, the offensive rebound, and then takes 2 hits really to get the finish. Who's the foul going to be on? Because everybody right now is just collecting fouls for Maccabi Rand Media. I think it's going to be against Hanuhi, who's only going to commit his first. Thomas was in there as well, so hopefully it won't be against him. And as I said, this is the roll of the dice really for Rishon. They need a run back.
Stop playing like it's one game. Every basket is important here. You never know what's going to be in Germany. Stop thinking about it like it's over. It's not over. You're playing like it's over. No, it's not over. Okay, you go.
Kel, you're up here. Take our time. Rocky, shooter in the corner here. Okay, in case you need it. Jack will be here. Cliff, you're cutting here, and Kelvin's following behind. They got 3 team fouls, okay? Press breaker.
Coach Chevet clearly his timeout is to tell his team that this is not done as a contest. Of course, we will head back to Germany, and they don't want... I mean, the challenge, first of all, for Rieshon now is to make this a single-digit game. If they can go to Germany trailing by less than 10, there's all still to play for. But if Rieshon throw in the towel now and Ludwigsburg keep extending this lead, pushing it forward, then it is going to be a very difficult ask to go to Ludwigsburg and try and overturn this deficit. So pressure continues from MHP RIESEN Ludwigsburg. Richard breaks it. And now gets it into the hands of Waynes. Wayne's out there with the 4 fouls. Calls the play. Kadir's back out there as well. And McRae on the inside will ball screen and roll. He's got the mismatch. Richard won't use him. And then the rebound tipped out by Tekel Cotton. So Richard took the jumper. Perhaps he could have gone to McRae. McRae limited to just 3 shots here today. Oh, great back cut. Kadir couldn't pass it to the man, though, which was Richard, and now McRae has it. Spins away from Cooley and gets a score. And that's why I keep saying he needs touches on the inside. Just his 4th shot on the game. McRae moves to 8. His team within 13. But time ticking away. Trice pulls it out. And trying to use Cooley on the inside there. No, McRae's got the fouls. Cooley leaves the first one short, but there is Martin to throw it home. Kelvin Martin from the outside. Trucks down the middle and gets the putback. Waynes into the lane. Too strong. McRae puts it home. So the inside battle that we expected, here it comes. McRae back-to-back scores. Finally gets going. He's got 10 points, but it's just... it's been so late for him. And this is Cooley missing, stays with it. The next one, there is Kelvin Martin with the putback. Tiemann is back in then. Cooley did his job, he'll take a breather. Cooley, 5 of 8 from the field, 16 points, 7 rebounds. Wipe up the perspiration from the floor. Hot gym here in Rieshon Lazare. You see Sean Dawson on that bike. Dawson's played 24 minutes tonight. 2 points, 2 rebounds for him. Tiemann shows his versatility, helps to break the pressure, and now Ludwigsburg will put it out. They'll let Trice go one-on-one. Spins, fades, can't hit it. Who's there for the offensive rebound? It's Kelvin Martin once again. So back-to-back offensive rebounds for Martin. Keeps this lead sizable in favour of the German team. 70 plays 55. Richard's quick 3 doesn't go. Tiemann grabs it in, and Ludwigsburg could open this up even more here. Hammond goes to Trice. They'll space the floor, let him go one-on-one. And Tiemann sells the fake. It was going to be a travel, though. It was a good move from Tiemann. He sold the handoff, like faked it to his man and had this step, but couldn't finish. Backcourt substitutions. Hammond and Trice go out. McRae and Losink back in. You just feel like Rieshon have to get a little run here in this last 5.5 minutes for the sake of this tie, and that's going to help him. Richard gets the 3 to go, his first hit from beyond the 3-point line. Now within 12 now. He reaches double figures. They're just starting to get to go together, the key guys from Rieshon. Can they take this momentum forward for the last 5 minutes and then back into Germany? As Martin spins, elevates, can't finish. Good rebound from Kadir. gang rebound, really. McRae tapped it first, and now Kadir goes to Waynes. Waynes will pull up. Nice jump shot short, but Kadir gets it. Waynes will penetrate. He has to bring it out, though, so they've got 10 on the clock. Kadir with a mismatch against McRae. Fouled and gets himself to the line. So Rieshon with a chance to make it a 10-point game here. And you've got to say, anything less than a double-digit lead, as much as if you're a neutral, you want it to be a close game going into the second leg, really has been a failure of Ludwigsburg more than anything. I think they'll be very disappointed indeed, having dominated this game for such a long period. They find themselves in this particular situation. They've had a 15-point lead. Ludwigsburg. And really, after they started off 6-0 or 0-6. They took the lead 8-6, and they've led ever since. That happened in the 3rd minute of the game. And you just can't really believe knowing that and seeing the way the game's gone. And Rieshon with these 2 free throws, which Kadir makes the first, have a chance to make it a 10-point game. 15 turnovers as well, Maccabi Rieshon, but they're still there. They're still alive, as Coach Shavek said. There is a long way to go in this one with the return leg back in Germany, and you never know what might happen there. So Kadir misses the second. The lead is 11. 59 plays 70, low sink. Into the hands of McRae. Now Topper for 3. He's fouled again! 3rd time Cody Topper has been fouled shooting the 3-point shot. Kadir did not like that one. It's a soft one, but he does clearly, even though Topper goes forward on the jump, Kadir makes the contact. He's got to finish short. Be established in his position before the contact. He can't be travelling into the man. So Kadir and McRae talking over the rotation, how they should have guarded the action that saw Topper get free. Topper with that moves to 18 points. He's done an excellent job as a shooter to get himself to the line. He's been there 10 times in this game. And so often you see guys that do rely on their outside shot don't earn themselves trips to the free throw line for easy points because they are perimeter based. But Topper has done the opposite and really has helped him and his team. The lead now 14. Patrick skips it. The 3 is short. I knew he couldn't get it to go, and here comes Losing. He'll pull it out. And again, just after you thought Maccabi Rieshon back into the game, now you think Ludwigsburg with a 3 here could really just kill the tie in this first leg. McRae will take the 3. Doesn't go. Patrick grabs it in. Patrick Richard skips it. And now inside, McRae is fouled. 4th team foul against Ludwigsburg. Cooley knew what he was doing. Didn't want McRae to get going. Fouled him before the shot. I know he then 1 of 2 from beyond the 3-point line. How a big hit from him would be so timely for his team. Price comes back. And Hammond's back in as well as McRae and Losink go out. Topper goes out. Martin comes back. Dawson behind the back. Richard gets it to roll home, plus the foul. Oh, great penetration and pass from Dawson, and look at the hang time from Richard. He took the hit, managed to stay in the air, regain his balance, And on his way down, gets the ball up and over the ring. So 3-point play for Richard. Again, momentum on every basket, swinging back and forth for this one. The game's so finely balanced. The tie is so finely balanced. He can't hit. As Cooley grabs in the rebound. And now Cliff Hammonds. He nearly loses it. Does successfully get it to Martin. They'll space. Cotton goes all the way, reverses it home to Kel Cotton. Strong drive and finish. First points of the game for Tekel Cotton. Incredible, really, is another turnover for Richon. Richard looking long for Waynes. Throws it straight out of bounds. Frustrated figures. Tieman's going to come in. Cooley goes out. 14-point lead for Ludwigsburg. Hammonds. They know exactly what they're going to run. They get into the hands of Martin. And now Trice. Hammonds will turn the corner and go all the way for two. Timeout will be called. Well-designed play. Martin spaces the floor. The threat of Tiemann in around the basket meant that no help could come. And Hammonds just lays it up for two. Now let's see what Coach Shivek is going to say to his team. How can he get them back? How can he give them the run? A run they so desperately need at the final couple of minutes here.
We got the ball, we go for nose. Okay? We go for nose. Okay, and run it all the way. Okay, now defensively, if somebody beats you, yeah, where's the big man? Why the big man goes out? Stay in the middle of the paint. Get a charge. Don't go out. Don't go out with your man. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go.
Sure.
Come on, let's finish it. Actually, for Rocky, run L. Rocky will come up and get the ball. Expect them to try to gamble a little bit. So be real strong with the ball. And then JT said it the first time on L. And then roll quick. I expect them to try to trap. So Kelvin, you need to come behind hard. Hey, let's pick up. We got no fouls to give. Let's go, fellas. Every point counts. Defense. 1, 2, 3. Defense. Every point counts.
2:45 left. Maccabi Rand Media trailing by 16. The largest lead of the game. What a time to have it for Ludwigsburg. On the road in leg one of the playoffs. And we'll just have to try and see this game out. Richard nearly loses it. Goes into a double team and he's going to turn it over yet again. These turnovers just come at such crucial times. 17th turnover of the game from Maccabi Rand Media. Hammond into the hands of Trice. Trice brings it wide. The space in here for him to use this high screen from Tiemann. He'll roll. Cotton looks away and lays it up. Cotton with 4 points in this last minute or so. The lead just keeps stretching here. Waynes has some room, goes all the way. Can't finish, and it's an offensive foul. Waynes is going to foul out on back-to-back charges. He comes up hurt. Let's have a look. Cotton, both feet outside the lane, takes the hit. And that is the end of the night. Cotton getting it done on both ends. Waynes will go out with 5 fouls. Just that little look to the side. Sold the defense. And Cotton finished the play. So an 18-point lead here for Ludwigsburg. And they're going to have possession as well. Ben Chamoil has come in to replace Waynes. As again, we've got stoppage while the floor is being cleaned. The players there. Just quietly having a look at the stats. Cliff Hammond's had himself an impressive game. Only 5 points, 2 of 6 from the field, but 7 assists for him. And him and Tikel Cotton, even though they've only got 9 points, they have 11 assists between the pair. They've been the providers today, rather than the scorers. And here is Trice coming high. We'll wait for Tiemann to screen and roll. Goes into the hands of Crawford, who couldn't hit the 3. Richard comes the other way. Ben Chamoy off the high screen. Gets into the lane, but has it taken away. Cotton will push. Hammonds picks it up, kicks it out. Tiemann waits, gives it back to Hammonds once more. And they're in no hurry here. They'll let the clock get under 1 minute. Trice, the pass. Martin fouled. Kelvin Martin trying to end the game on a highlight. And go to the line. And he has a chance to make this a 20-point game. I mean, what a fourth quarter for Ludwigsburg. 20-12 right now. Defensively, they've turned the screws on Maccabi Rand Media. They've held them to just 24 points in this second half. The first is good for Martin. And the second, so the lead is 24. And Maccabi Rand Media aren't a high-scoring team through the course of a season. And 61 ties, the lowest for any score they got during the regular season. And now they're going to pull it out here. Off the screen. Sean Dawson. Now Richard trying to find some room. Guarded by Trice. Kicks it out, but it's turned over. Good steal. Martin will finish the game with a dunk. Kelvin Martin applauds the lead to 22 points. Ludwigsburg, tremendous effort defensively. What a fourth quarter for them. They may well have done enough to end this tie in round 1. The 3 from Dawson goes. A big shot from them. Trice will continue to push. Points so important. Remember, the aggregate score is what counts. Low sink. Tries to find Tiemann, but it's turned over. Dawson gives it to Patrick Richard, who scores and is fouled. 1.6 seconds, or is it just a timeout? Yeah, my mistake, no foul. End line possession, 1.6 seconds. McRae takes it, will heave it up from his own foul line. It doesn't go, but what a fourth quarter for the team from Germany on the road. They blitzed the fourth and final quarter to take this game here, 83-66. And MHP RIESEN Ludwigsburg will take a sizable lead back to Germany for leg 2 of this playoff round against Maccabi Rand Media. 17-point lead for Ludwigsburg on the back of a 24-17 fourth quarter. And you've got to say they deserved it. Defensively, fantastic. They were throughout the game for Maccabi RIESEN. 51% from the field, but Ludwigsburg just kept their percentages high and were only credited for 6 steals in the game. They won the rebounding and assist battle, but 20 turnovers for Maccabi RIESEN really is a backbreaker for them at home in the playoffs. They were careless with the ball. It led to easy points for Ludwigsburg and just allowed them to get out in transition. The leading scorers, rebounders and assists. I mean, Ben Chamoy, a great game off the bench, but a lot of his work done in the first half. Cliff Hammonds, we said, had a quiet game. But there's nothing quiet about the 20 points scored by Chad Topper, the leading scorer on the game. He not only hit from beyond the three-point line, he got himself to the line 10 times as it smiles all round for Crawford from Riesen. Drew Crawford added 8 points of his own as we see some of the highlights from round one, leg one. Then as MHP RIESEN Ludwigsburg, the team that has come out of Group E, has a 17-point advantage to take back to Germany for the second leg next week. And Maccabi Rand Media out of Group B have it all to do if they hope to overcome that deficit and be the team which will move on to face Neptunus from Klaipeda in the round of 16 in the Basketball Champions League. Thanks for joining us tonight. I am going to say good night as Ludwigsburg are good for their 17-point lead here and will be the happier team heading into next week.
זה נראה מבפנים? פשוט אותו דבר כמו שנראה מבחוץ. פשוט דבר, אולי לי בהתחלה רדף. איזה מסקנות אתה מגיע כמה שניות אחרי המשחק? לא יותר מדי, להוריד את הסקור ולקלוע יותר, אתה יודע, בדרך כלל זה מאוד פשוט אחרי. נשב ונראה איפה באמת הדברים שלא עשינו, שכן היינו אמורים לעשות, אתה יודע, שיש דברים שכן התכוננו אליהם, והיו קצת נפילות בתחום הזה. קצת שופר את זה. גם אתה מרגיש אבל